Once again, we are partnering with the school district to bring Storytimes into the virtual classroom. Librarians are able to reconnect with children who attend nearby schools. Storytimes are a great way to encourage young people to develop a love of reading.
Hi, I'm Miss Jessica. I'm the children's librarian here at Wellington Library. So COVID in the library has changed how we do story times because now we have to do them virtually. So we've had to create ways to establish that connection between the viewer and the presenter, where in person it was a lot more, you can see the person, interact with them, make eye contact. Here you're making eye contact with a camera, but you can still interact. You can make contact through the platform that we use to create these story times, and you can still call a person by name. You can look at them. You can react to what they're doing, what they're saying, what they have in their hands, the people around them. So it has changed how we interact, but it has changed in a positive way. It's important for us to partner with Elbridge Gale Elementary, which is right next door to us, because we want to be able to reach out to the children and the staff and make sure they know that we're here for them and that we have all these services available to them pretty much every single day of the week. So we want to make sure that we have that connection established between the two of us. Story times are important for all ages, including up to teen ages, because it helps establish that connection from an early age to reading, words, emotions, and also throughout the years, because as you grow older, you also need to create that familiarity with diverse characters and everything that is out there that you may not be familiar with. So books, story times, they help you create that connection between diversity and just everyone around you, the world.
Hi, my name is Candace Ryan, and I'm one of the children's librarians here at the Wellington Branch Library. The way I choose books for Storytime, there's a couple of different things that I do. When we do our partnerships with the schools, like we did with Elbridge Gale, the teachers specifically requested Sunshine State Reader junior books. So I like to go for the books that have a lot of personality or characters, things that allow for the kids to hear inflection in my voice and something that's going to make them laugh, because I know the kids really need that. They want to hear something that's funny and uplifting and keeps their attention and their focus, because listening to school and doing school virtually, there's a lot of sitting and a lot of stagnation, and so getting their brains working like that is something that I really, really want to go for, and keeping the attention of littles is tricky. So something funny is always really, really good, and also something that is a little bit educational is something that I would like to work on whenever we're doing things with the schools as well. So in the virtual story times, one of my favorite parts when working with the schools is getting to see the children's faces, because they're in their own little element and you really get to see who they are. So even though I know they may be eating breakfast, or they may be sitting with one of their parents or family members, I can see them engaged, but all of their little mannerisms just totally make it for me. So anytime that I get to see them laughing or like throwing their head back because I said something silly or did something silly, that is a happy moment for me. The biggest challenge for me for virtual story times has to be the lack of physical interaction that I have with the kids. That's something that I know many of us that are in children's that's why we're here. We love working with children and being with the kids and being able to see their faces and ask them questions, and getting past that two-dimensional screen is pretty tricky for a lot of us, but I know that's why we're here, is to make this connection with our community, and so that's just my goal. That's what I keep in my head. Even if I can't be there and give them a nice big hug like I would want to, I'm doing it virtually, and it's still incredibly meaningful for me that way. So manipulatives in songs and movement in story times is a staple. Those are one of the things that we are always using within our story times because you want to get the kids up and moving. And I do know I've been watching lots of the video recordings that we have on the past digital events page, which I think is fantastic. And so I get to see all of my peers and what they're doing in their story times. And I know a lot of people are doing songs and still using manipulatives, and many of them are talking about things that they can find at home that is similar to this type of thing. Instead of a shaker egg, you can get a plastic bottle and fill it with rice or beans, and then you have a shaker egg. Or we also have at a lot of the branches where in the publicity it says that they can come in and pick up a bag that we have created for them that has a craft or something that they can make a manipulative with, so they have it ready and available when they're watching the story times at home. It is a little tricky for the song and dance part because, like I said previously, we are used to having an audience in front of us doing these things with us. So I know it may feel a bit silly for some of us to be doing the hokey pokey and turning ourselves around in front of the computer, but we do what we do. So the story times are happening at all of the branches throughout the library, and at the Wellington branch, each of us do at least 3 of the story times per month. So we have a lot of them going on here. And I know similarly at all of the other branches, many people have really just dove into this virtual story time. So you can always check on our website, pbclibrary.org, and go to the digital activities section. You can click on children or teens if you want to narrow it down, and you will see an entire list. There's something every day for every age group. So I have recently switched branches. I used to work at the Okeechobee Boulevard branch, and now I work here at the Wellington branch. And a big plus about doing these virtual activities is that you don't have to, if you're a member, stick to the same branch that you used to go to because it's closest to you. Now you can attend activities at any branch because they're right there available to you on your screen. So I'm very lucky that I still get to see some of my littles from my story times before, and my big ones, because I have teen programs too, that have been able to come with me on my journey and my trip over to my new branch. And it's really rewarding that I didn't lose them because of physical location. So it's great to see them virtually.